Hi everyone, welcome to my video, the first part of my series on Eurasia, where I visit Armenia and Azerbaijan. Well, I'm about to start my adventure with 6 planes, 5 countries, 7 trains and 4 buses to catch. What could go wrong? The Gatwick Express takes me straight from Victoria Station to my first hotel. My first experience sleeping in a pod. After breakfast, from Gatwick I fly to Milan and connect onto my flight to Yerevan. At Yerevan Airport, I get a taxi to my hostel. I started my day in Republic Square. It's not really a square, it's a roundabout. In this square you'll find government buildings and museums. This main shopping street, Northern Avenue, leads from Republic Square to the Opera House. Under Northern Avenue is a shopping arcade. Time for a coffee. Yerevan's most popular tourist attraction is the Cascade. I need a drink before I tackle all those steps. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. And finally, after 572 steps, I reach the top with this magnificent view. Unfortunately, it was never finished, and this section is yet to be completed. It's much easier going down than it was going up. I head back in town for something to eat. And then I walk around Republic Square. And then go and find a seat on this rooftop terrace. How many have you had now? It's only my 4th. Look at that! Brilliant! Just time for a couple more. I'll start my day in this gorgeous cafe. After breakfast, I head back to the Cascade. I'm not walking up this time. Just look at this. There's an escalator that takes you all the way to the top. Still isn't finished. And here is the very top, with a bit missing in the middle. I'm heading to Victory Park next, over this motorway. I found an underpass and the entrance to the park. It looks like the amusement park is closed for winter. Looking over the city, I can just about make out Mount Ararat, the place where Noah's Ark rested after the flood. This statue is Mother Armenia. In 1950, the statue of Joseph Stalin was erected to commemorate the World War II victory. In 1962, it was taken down and replaced with the statue of Mother Armenia. Inside the base is a small military museum. The amusement park doesn't seem right without the sound of children's laughter. That's better. Still not finished. I go back down the escalator and head to the metro station. Buy a token from the kiosk, enter it into the machine, and you're in. I emerge from the metro at the public square and visit this massive Vernissage flea market. Back to the public square, it's time for a drink and a meal at this rooftop bar. Early breakfast to catch my excursion. Armenia was the first country in the world to adopt Christianity as its main religion. Moving on to the second church of the day, and we attend an Armenian service. This is the oldest cathedral in the world, built in 303. This holy site is home to some incredible biblical artifacts held in this museum. Behind this cross, you can see a piece of Noah's Ark. This is the spear that was thrust into Jesus on the cross. The black line in the centre of this cross is a piece of the crucifixion cross. Wow, that was amazing to see those relics and to visit this important religious site. Moving on to our final destination of the day, the ruins of Svartnats Cathedral. Built in 653, it would have looked like this. After all that, it's time for a beer. Let's have a walk around Yerevan at night. I'm just on an email from Azul Airlines to say that my flight has been cancelled from 8:30 to 6 o'clock, which means I can't get my connecting flight. So I'm stranded in Yerevan. I need to find an alternative. Back to my hostel for a cup of tea and a think. To date with what happened yesterday with the flight cancellation. As you know, I can't get from Armenia to Azerbaijan on the border because it's closed, so I have to go through a neutral country, which I chose Georgia. My flight was cancelled from Tbilisi. To the best conclusion that a taxi won't be not the cheapest, but the quickest way to get to Tbilisi airport. I'll take me straight from here to the airport, which I've booked it for tomorrow. Anyway, back to today and today's tour. We first visit Lake Sevan, which is the second highest lake in the world. Moving on, and our second stop is to the old town of Dilijan. which takes us to lunchtime at this delightful restaurant. After lunch, we move on to our first monastery of the day, where our guide surprises us all.
An Armenian holy psalm.
Well, that was a nice surprise, and a good singer too. Moving on to our final monastery as the sun starts to set. We arrive back in Yerevan, and I find myself back in this bar again. Hi, well, I'm standing here outside my hostel, waiting for my taxi, my ride to Tbilisi. About 7 hours, taxi ride. I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Will my taxi arrive on time? Watch part 2 to find out. Also, here are 2 other videos you might like to watch.